The Choice in Affordable Housing Act makes it possible for tenants to find housing in areas where they might otherwise not. It's one thing to talk about it as, governmental policy. But it's another thing when you're talking about a mother standing there with 2 children in the cold, looking for a place to live and not being able to find it. That's just not acceptable in a country as wealthy as ours.
Affordable housing is one of the greatest needs in the country right now.
People are looking for a place to raise their families and a place to live. I talked to a young woman the other day, she's in her 30s. She's owned a home, but now she's having to work 3 jobs to keep that home.
We're living in a country that's growing rapidly. Our housing programs have not kept up with that growth, and the result is that there's a shortfall. 40% of the people who have a voucher are out looking for housing and can't find it. The Choice in Affordable Housing Act creates provisions whereby more landlords can participate in the housing voucher program.
Particularly landlords with units in high opportunity neighborhoods.
In order to bring landlords to the table, oftentimes incentives are beneficial.
Assistance with security deposit also serves to reduce landlord concerns about damage and repairs.
Let's make it work for the tenants, let's make it work for the landlords, let's make it work for the officials who are operating it. Let's not hamstring them with unnecessary regulations. Let's make government work for people.
This bill allocates $500 million over 5 years. So one of the things we have to do is make sure that people understand that this bill does have accountability mechanisms.
We'll have a connector for inspections, making sure those get done quickly.
The bill provides funding for each public housing agency that employs a landlord's liaison.
We need to know what the problem was. And for landlords, that has been inspection time, inspection process. A liaison can support that. So this bill is going to allow for also inspection process to be quicker. Landlords don't want to participate in a program like this if they cannot get those inspections done quickly.
If we don't get bipartisan participation, we're not going to do housing. And this bill, I think, is an inspiration for future reform.
I knew a bill like this could get across the finish line if I work with my colleagues across the aisle.
What we think can happen is demonstrating not only to the American public, but to our colleagues that we can work together. And if we do that, I think we've really, really done a magnificent job, and we've set the tone for the future.
People want a measured outcome. They want to know, is it successful? Did it work? Was it worth the investment?
But the real measure of success is when people who get those vouchers are able to get into housing.
These families can pick and choose where they want to live. Maybe it's closer to where they work.
We're asking for some everyday solutions to everyday problems.
If we're going to have government programs, then let's do it in a way that they work. What is the value of putting together voucher programs in which 40% of the people who use them can't get a place to live? If we have ways to make housing more accessible to more people, we ought to take them. And this $500 million is an investment in reaping many, many more millions, billions of dollars of housing opportunities for people.